Hi there. Each and every day, we have hundreds of millions of people who wake up worldwide to go for jobs, right? And we're talking about jobs in different industries out there. In the same breath, we also have hundreds of millions of people who actually have the luxury of working from home. And that's all because they might be having their own small businesses which they do from home, or even they have the kind of jobs which permit for them to work remotely. Both of these class of people are actually raking in a salary. They are making money which is assisting them be able to cater for their monthly needs. For example, being able to pay for their rents in case they don't own the house which they live in. Them being able, for example, to cater for their household expenses like food, groceries, and so forth. Them being able, for example, to cater for their education kitty and even emergency costs. On the other hand, we also have tens of millions of people who are actually looking for jobs, okay? They wake up every morning to look for jobs. And in fact, even for the people looking for jobs, we have different types of people out there. For example, we have people out there who have, for example, bachelor's degrees. Others have even graduate degrees in different forms out there who are looking for jobs. And also, we have individuals who don't have any certification or diploma because they didn't partake in formal education, but they are also looking for jobs. At the end of the day, bills have to be paid, right? So they're also looking for jobs. And I thought, why not specifically make a video for this kind of people? And that's so because in this video, I'm going to be talking about the highest paying jobs that someone can do without necessarily having a college degree. Of course, the competition out there is tough. Thinking about it, someone is applying for jobs which require for them to have a college degree, for example, and yet they don't have any. Yet the people out there looking for jobs who have a good number of them who have college degrees. The competition can get tough. So, by you all knowing these jobs, you might just be able to get a lucrative job which actually pays you a good salary, and it don't necessarily require for you to have a college degree. You are all much welcomed to the Money Daily YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifunam. So, the very first job which you can do without a college degree is a job in the BPO. What do I mean? Jobs in the BPO are these kind of jobs which most people out there call call center jobs, right? I know you, for example, had to call in because you have an issue with maybe your phone bill, right? You've had, for example, to call in because you have some issues with your utility bill and so forth. Chances are the people who have been picking your calls are people working in BPOs or call centers. And BPO in full means business process outsourcing. In essence, big companies out here have realized they can let go part of their operations for more efficient cost and also for faster response when customers are reaching out. That's why in some industries we have kind of collected central call centers which assist address client issues. And these kind of jobs don't really require for you to have a college degree. Of course, to ensure they sieve from the audience, for most advanced roles, for example, senior managers or even directors, they might require, for example, to have some form of university education. But for entry jobs, such as just a call center agent, most of the times it don't require for you to have a college degree. So apply for these kind of jobs and you might just be well in without even a college degree. And then the second job which you can be able to apply for, and in fact is also a very lucrative job without even a college degree, is the job of being a real estate agent, right? This kind of job doesn't necessarily require for you to have a college degree. It requires for you to have the right aptitude, to have the right know-how on the real estate sector for you to be able to become a successful real estate agent. Of course, understanding the complexity of real estate, most states out there or most countries out there have some form of entry examination. For you to be able to get a real estate agent license, you might require to sit for a real estate agent licensing examination. That's when you're going to be approved to become a realtor. But once you are in, be rest assured you can't be able to make insane amounts of money. And I'm saying so because real estate agents out here are able, for example, to be paid a given fixed amount of money or even to be paid a percentage of a sale they execute. Think about it. You, for example, being able to facilitate a sale of even a house whose value is even upwards of 50 million US dollars, you might just end up getting a very good commission. So if you don't have a college degree and you're passionate about real estate, passionate about houses, apartments, any kind of real estate out there, go for it, okay? Apply to become a real estate agent and you might just be well in a very lucrative business. And then the third kinda job which you can do without a college degree is the job of being a customs broker. Customs essentially deals with international trade, whereby people import and export goods into and out of a country, right? And of course, for these, we have different kind of jobs, different kind of organizations facilitating these. For example, we have freight agents out there. We have, for example, shipping companies. We have, for example, revenue authorities and so forth doing these kind of jobs out there. And specific now, customs broker is a kind of job whereby you are assisting, facilitate whichever kind of function across this chain. And more so, most customs brokers out there assist clients, for example, prepare documentations which are essential for shipping and also assist them with clearing of their consignments, right? So you, without even a college degree, could be able to apply for a job to become a customs broker. And for these, we have a myriad of different qualifications which are required in different countries out there. For example, in some countries, you are required to have a customs broker license for you to be able to operate as a customs broker. In other countries, their regulations are quite not as stringent, so you can be able to get in with ease. But be rest assured, regardless of talking about which country, most of the time the requirements are relaxed. They don't require for you to have a bachelor's degree or even an advanced university degree for you to be able to become a customs broker. So also look for this kind of jobs and you might just be well in business for you to be able to rake in good amounts of money in terms of commissions, in terms of payments, as and of when agreed with different clients out there, right? And then a fourth kind of job which you can do without a college degree is the job of doing content creation. Ladies and gentlemen, exactly what I'm doing right now. With the high penetration of the internet globally, it means we have over 3 billion people accessing the internet each and every month globally. And of course, some of the platforms out there, for example, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, just to mention a few, have become more and more lucrative in that individuals can assist create content for these platforms and then they can be able to get paid on a regular basis depending on the kind of content they create and also depending on the kind of breadth they reach out to with regards to them being able to monetize their content. So you becoming a content creator doesn't really require for you to have a college degree. It all requires for you to have the enthusiasm or the kind of personality to be able to create content. It requires for you to be able to add value to people through sharing very valuable information. And also it requires for you to be able to entertain people and provide them with very high quality kind of content. By doing so, you might just be well in business of you becoming a content creator, right? That is the fourth kind of business or job you can do without really having a college degree. Of course, it requires for you to have a very high level of dedication for you to be able to break even. But once you break even, you're gonna keep going and going because the money is so good. And by the way, just looking at content creation, for example, in YouTube, people even are able to rake in millions of dollars annually from creating awesome content. And then the fifth kind of job which you can do without really having a college degree is you being a social media manager for someone. Guys, there are so many brands out here, whether corporate brands or even individual brands, who are very busy, right? They are popping on social media, but they are also very busy chasing other deals here and there. They are looking for someone to assist them manage their social media pages. So, in case you serve in matters technology and also serving in matters understanding different social media platforms out there, you might just be someone's social media manager. This is the kind of job also which is kind of lucrative. It's also going to pay you well in case you be able to put yourself out there and do a good job. Because for most social media managers out there, they get, for example, a basic retainer. But also beyond that, they get some additional monies out there based off jobs they're able to log for their brands or even how well they execute their jobs. Because their brands out here are constantly getting monies from promotions, for example, right? They are constantly getting monies from endorsements out there. So you being a social media manager for someone is going to mean you have aligned pretty well. And this is going to spell out also for you the possibility of being able to make good amount of money, right? So if you serve it technology-wise, put yourself out there. Be a social media manager for someone and you might just be able to make good amount of money. And then the sixth kind of job you can do without really having a college degree is the job of you being a car sales representative. And for this, I've actually specified car sales representative as opposed to saying you being a general sales representative, because for the car sales representative, they're actually getting good amount of money out there. And that's all because we're talking about them facilitating the sale of high value assets, right? Let's face it, globally, regardless of talking about which country, each and every country has hundreds of thousands or even tens of thousands of different car dealerships, right? Different car bazaars, different car yards, you name it. And all these require for the different kind of cars out there to be able to be sold. So if you can position yourself very well to be a car sales representative, you might just be able to make good amounts of money. Because guys, believe it or not, the return on these and also the commission with each sale you're making is going to be kind of high value kind of sales. And this now is going to mean also you're going to be able to make good amount of money in absolute terms. So ensure you put yourself out there, for example, learn about cars, be passionate about cars, and also go out there, look for this kind of jobs. And you might just be a car sales representative at the end of the month being able to make good amounts of money, right? And then the seventh job which you can do, which also pays highly and doesn't require for you to have a college degree, is you being a language instructor online. Okay? In essence, you being your own boss, whereby you teach people language online. And I'm saying so because we have millions of people out there who are learning to learn a language for different reasons. For example, they are looking for those lucrative jobs which require for people to have multiple languages, or even they are learning a language, for example, to travel, or learning a language for fun. So if you have language skills, for example, French, you know Spanish, you know Portuguese, you know Swahili, whichever language out there, you can actually brand yourself to become an online language teacher. And for this, you gotta be able to make good amount of money without really having a college degree, right? And then the eighth job, which you can do without really a college degree, and also it pays very good amount of money, is you being a property manager. What do I mean? Guys, out here, there are very many properties. And looking at it from the angle of properties out here, actually being businesses, we have different properties out here which require property management. Think about hotels, think about rental units, think about, for example, big businesses, factories, and so forth. All these require for there to be property manager. In general, someone who's looking over these properties, right? So without really you having a college degree, you can also be a very more sought after property manager because of experience, because of the kind of good work you've done before. You can become a sought after property manager. And for this, be sure you're going to be able to get paid good amounts of money because you're looking after somebody's multi-million, multi-billion property. So it also goes without saying you're going to be able to get good amount of money, right? And then the ninth kind of job which you can do without really a college degree is you being a fitness instructor, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's face it. Most people out there are looking for fitness instructors, the kind of people who can walk with them along the journey to assist them become fit. More so, with the rise of non-communicable diseases, people are more conscious with regards to how they are exercising, how they are remaining fit. So you being able to amass good knowledge around key different kind of trainings out there, key knowledge, for example, around dieting and so forth, you could just become a fitness instructor. And for this, you don't really require a college degree for you to be able to execute this kind of job. It requires for you to be a fitness enthusiast and for you to be able to build clientele. Through doing that, you can just become a fitness instructor for multiple people out there and in essence, be able to make good amount of money. You, for example, having multiple of these clients is gonna ensure you are in big business. And then lastly, another job which you can do without a college degree, that's job number 10, is actually you being a politician. Let's face it, political jobs are kind of jobs which require for someone to be essentially a civic leader, okay? It doesn't really require for you to have a college degree. Of course, at the higher echelon, like for example, being a governor, or for example, even being a president and so forth, there might be some restrictions around the basic level of education. But most civic seats out there, for example, being a ward or county representative, don't really require for you to have a college degree. So go out there, put yourself out there, let people know you, let people understand what you stand for, and you might just be in a political position which also pays good amount of money without really you being able to have a college degree. Of course, at the end of the day, is you serving the people you're representing, but also you can be able to make money, right? What do you think about these 10 jobs I've shared with you? Is there any other job I've forgotten? Drop a comment down below. Thanks a lot for watching. I look forward to share with you other videos next time. Bye bye and you all take care.